All right, greetings everybody. In this video, I'm going to show you how to get straight string pull and where to place your tuners. First things first, we are going to measure the center of our nut or our 0 fret and go about 1/2 inch on either side for our grooves. Get a little tiny little file and put a groove in the center, then measure 1/2 inch this side, another groove, 1/2 of an inch on this side, another groove. And then you're going to use those grooves as reference. And I got another little straight edge here that this is going to represent the string pull. Now on this side of the nut, right, we want our strings to be pretty much straight. We don't want them to be angled like that if possible. We want them to be straight through. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to figure out where to put these tuners, right, so that the string pull is straight. And then I'm just going to eyeball it straight up and down to determine where I need to drill that hole. So in order to get the top string pull straight, I'm going to have to come up on the top side of this tuning peg, right, which means I'm going to have to wrap clockwise. However, this spot here, I'm going to want to come up on the bottom side of the tuner, which means I'm going to have to wrap it in the opposite direction, which means that these two tuners are going to be, you're going to have to turn them in opposite directions to get the string to come up. But that's okay, it doesn't matter. And then the same thing here on the bottom. I'm going to want a straight string pull, so in order for me to do that, I'm going to have to put this tuning peg right about there, which the center of that peg is about maybe 3/8 of an inch up from the center. And again, there's no real science to this. I just kind of eyeball it, right? Centered this way and where it's going to be here, just so I can get straight string pull. All right, so I'm going to drill these holes and hopefully they're good enough. All right, a very important piece of information, the tuner and the drill bit, okay? And make sure that they're exactly the same. I don't want any slop at all. I want this thing to be as tight as possible. All right, I took a sharp awl and just poked holes exactly where I need it to be. Again, I'm about 3/8 of an inch up here and a little bit over 1/2 inch there. One other thing to take note, make sure you have a block underneath where you're going to be drilling. You don't want any surprises. All right, ready or not, here we go. All right, not bad. Front and back. Good, no splinters. All right, let's double check and see how we did. That's the string pull for the bottom string. This will be the string pull for the middle string. And this will be the string pull for the top string. Like I said, it's not exactly 100% perfect, but it's pretty darn close. Now, I do have different colored tuner grommets. Each one of these is going to get a different one. I got a big fat black one, skinny black one, and a little silver one. So what I did is I measured the depth of these things and then also the width, and it looks like it's 5/16 exactly. So yep, that's it exact. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill these guys out to the same depth of this guy, and it's going to be 5/16. All right, I took a Sharpie and put a little line on here so I would know exactly how deep to go. So here we go. Wish me luck. Yeah, helps to tighten this thing. All right. Test these things out, see if they work. Like a glove. Perfect. And if you want, you could put a little piece of glue in there. You don't have to. They're pretty tight. All right, let's put the tuners in. All right, we're going to string this puppy up. I have electric guitar strings. This is the A string, which is 0.044. Come on, get through there. 0.044. And again, remember this one here I'm going to have to wrap clockwise. Got one of these handy dandy string windies. And there's no real science about this. You just want to make sure you get enough wraps around there that it stays in tune. I did put those little eyelets in there, and I got a screw, and I took the tip off of it so it's not so sharp. And insert that dude in there. Make sure the strings go underneath it. And I also have a bridge pre-assembled. Right now it doesn't have to be exact. I'm just kind of getting it all ready to go. I double check the action. I could probably go down a little bit, which means I can file the bottom of this thing down a little bit. All right, that's one. Two more to go. This one here is the D string, and its gauge is 0.034. It's like threading that guy through. Sometimes it's lucky, sometimes it's frustrating. I'm going to be careful with these tips here because they are really, really, really sharp. You can poke yourself so easy. And it goes straight to the bone. It's like, yeah! You know it when you do it. One trick I like to do is with my middle finger and my pinky here, I lift up. With my index finger, I push down. So I got like two things going on here. I got pulling up on these middle fingers and then pushing down here. And then I just bend that guy up. So I have tension on the whole string and tension right here. And then I can spin this guy. Again, this is the reverse wrap of the top string. And you can see that string pull starting to look what I had planned from the beginning. All right, one more string and we're done. And it helps me if I have my reading glasses. Sometimes threading that needle is hard. All right, this is backwards. That is awkward. I'm right-handed and this is left-handed spinning. All right. All right, let's tune this thing up now. All right, I wanted to show you the final thing. We're all tuned up and ready to go. You can see the string pull, pretty straight for each one. This one here's a little bit of an angle, not too bad. I like these screws here for these string trees because they have the little grooves in them. And that helps to hold the string in place.